This is a bench story for Gian and Mohan Singh, Sunday the 13th of June 2021.
Hello, my name is Gian and I'm 11 years old. I'm the youngest of 11 wonderful grandchildren of Nanny and Nonna, who this bench is in memory of. We all love and miss Nanny and Nonna very much, and there is not a single day that we don't think of all the amazing memories that we treasure with them. They were amazing, kind people, and you will know that too once my aunties and uncle tell you about the wonderful things they did.
My name is Dishi Purewell. I'm the eldest of 6 children and very proud of our parents, Mohan Singh and Gian, who will always be dearly remembered by all of the family members and everyone that knew them. I'd like to share a few things about our parents and their connections to Coventry and the Memorial Park. Dad was born in North India, the Punjab, and was one of 6 children. After sadly losing his father when he was 9 years old, Dad and his older siblings had to focus on the family farm. In 1953, in his early 20s, Dad responded to the UK government who were looking for assistance from the Commonwealth countries to rebuild the UK, following the devastation of the Second World War. Dad made a difficult decision to move to Coventry, leaving behind his family, his young wife and 9-month-old daughter. This would not have been an easy decision to make, but one that would change our lives forever. There were many Sikh soldiers who volunteered to join the British forces, not only in the First World War, but also during the Second World War. It felt very natural to follow this with the helping to rebuild the country in so many industries that desperately needed workers, given the shortage in the workforce. Dad worked for many years at the Cherry Orchard Brink Company in Kenilworth, travelling to work on a bicycle on a daily 17-mile round trip. Passing the Memorial Park, which he would become later very fond of, he worked hard throughout his life, starting his day at 4 in the morning and cycling to work regardless of the weather conditions, which could be quite harsh in the winter months. I was 5 years old when Mum and myself joined Dad in Coventry in October 1957.
Dad later went on to work for Sterling Metals, who made castings for the textile and motor industry, and also Alfred Herbert's, who were a logistics and component manufacturer. Dad was an extremely dedicated and hard worker who never had a day's sickness throughout his working life. He often worked 7 days a week and for a period of time worked both night and day shifts, given the needs of companies he was working for and for his growing family. Mum and Dad were very popular and well-known members of the community, who over the years many approached for advice and guidance on so many matters. They were very generous, always thinking of others and liked to help people. Dad was approached by many not only for his knowledge of herbal remedies but also for the essential massage that helped sort out so many ailments that many friends and family had working in factories. We remember every Sunday there was always someone that needed help from Dad that would arrive unexpectedly, but would always be greeted with a smile and given as much help as our Dad could give. In the 1970s, Dad became the proud owner of a motorbike, which he loved. We can remember vividly how we used to look forward to Dad coming home. We would jump onto the back of his motorbike to get a short ride up the narrow entry, and there would be much laughter and excitement to see Dad. It feels as though that was just yesterday. During the 1970s and 80s, Dad helped set up a tug-of-war team which represented Coventry. The team used to train at the back of the Red House pub. They played in the Sunday League and they also spent many happy hours playing at the Memorial Park in competitions representing Coventry against other cities. They were featured in the Coventry Evening Telegraph, winning many trophies over the years. Dad also enjoyed watching wrestling on TV Saturday afternoon with Big Daddy, Giant Hates Sacks, wrestling, as this was one of his passions, which reminded him of the times he used to do amateur wrestling in India.
Both Mum and Dad were avid believers in homegrown organic produce and were very green-fingered. In fact, they utilised their gardens to the max, which included an allotment. This not only provided fresh vegetables for the whole family, but also included the many neighbours and visitors who looked forward to Mum and Dad's open arms and love and receiving green beans, tomatoes, etc. But especially they were known for their huge marrows. They were more recently noted for their 7-foot gigantic sunflowers, which you could not miss for a mile. These were very popular amongst the neighbours and were definitely a talking point. Dad also recycled endlessly and indeed managed to produce a greenhouse from such materials. Dad showed his great prowess and dexterity during our visit to India in 1976, where he was able to finally relax and enjoyed going back to his roots of farming the land and nurturing the water buffaloes. These were prized multi-cup winners in the whole of Punjab and all the way down to Delhi. I remember Dad cartwheeling and enjoying life, which was one of the very few times he had in his otherwise hard-working life, and these have left lasting memories.
Mum was also very fond of knitting and a dab hand at producing amazing cardigans, jumpers, hats, scarves, blankets, you name it, Mum could knit it. She didn't have the benefit of following a pattern, but quite amazingly managed to knit the perfect item just by looking at someone's size and build. Mum loved cooking and would always ensure food was available to everyone that visited with no effort at all. Mum loved animals and made sure that we fed the birds, hedgehogs, stray cats and any other animals that we came across that needed food. We always had stray cats arriving at the house and many became our pets over time. With no time for holidays, one of the things we enjoyed as a family was time spent at the Memorial Park. We used to look forward to the annual Coventry Carnival in July. It brought so many happy faces together with fun and laughter during the Coventry fortnight, with the many colourful floats and entertainment that followed in the park. Mum, like Dad, woke up during her working years at 4 o'clock in the morning, ensuring all the household chores were done and that Dad got off to work on time before the rest of the family woke up to start their newspaper rounds before heading off to school. Our Mum was called Mum by so many people, which never really surprised us because all of the help and assistance she offered others, always with so much love and warmth and a radiant smile.
In later years, Mum came to the Memorial Park to attend some yoga sessions and to take her grandchildren for a stroll or a picnic. Mum was very talented and very funny, making sure she cheered others up even when she was very ill. Despite many challenges towards the end of her life, she was incredibly strong-willed and happy with a great attitude towards life and are very happy to continue to learn things through new experiences or simply having a go. If Mum got the opportunity to do something, she would do it. Like Dad, Mum's warmth and love to those around her was undeniably strong, and as a couple they were very, very happy together.
When Dad eventually retired at the age of 70 years, Mum and Dad enjoyed taking the ring and ride for a weekly sauna and swim at Livingston Baths. It was probably the first time they had a chance to spend some quality time together. Dad also had the opportunity to take a few trips to his farm and brothers in India. In 2009, he made his last trip. Sadly, he never returned back from India that time. Just over 3 weeks into his holiday, aged 80, he passed away very suddenly. None of us, in fact, none of the family got to say goodbye.
Mum enjoyed her walks around the Memorial Park, both whilst able to walk and also later in the wheelchair. She loved all the variety of the trees, shrubs and the flower beds, with the colours which brought the park to life with the changing seasons. Aged 88, Mum passed away in A&E on the 20th of December 2019. Both of our parents are missed so much by all the family. They have left a huge void in our lives and we miss them every day. But it's great to have somewhere to come and sit for a while and reflect on how our mum and dad's decision back in 1953 changed so many lives for the better.
There is no doubt that our parents would be extremely moved at having a memorial bench here in the park. For us, as family members, they will remain in our hearts forever as wonderful, kind and considerate people, because that's who they were, a pillar of life. Always thinking of others and non-judgmental. Great role models that saw the best in others and never hesitated to help someone in need. We feel very proud that we were able to have the bench situated in Memorial Park with its beautiful surroundings and for others to enjoy. The bench gives us somewhere to sit and reflect for a while and to feel a closeness to our parents, which means so much. We are so proud to have them as our parents and we truly hope their legacy lives on in the generations that follow.
Your lives were a blessing, your memories a treasure. You are loved beyond words and missed beyond measure. In our hearts forever until we meet again.